time streaming today. My first time I did a little bit of gameplay, about 2 hours, but I did it on Twitch, so it did not save, so I lost all that progress. Well, not progress in the game, but all that video progress. So what I'm doing is I'm playing Outer Worlds. I am currently on Gorgon, and I'm about to talk to Lex.
Sorry about Freddy and Trixie. When they're not fighting over salvage, they're fighting over the bed sheets at night.
Oh, they're a couple.
They like to blow off steam during work hours, but as soon as they clock out, they turn into a pair of kittens. Welcome to the Sprat Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be?
Wine.
Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage.
Sure, got any leads?
Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. You're the first new face I've seen in a while.
You know anything about Lucky Montoya?
Lucky? Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the Office of Creative Incubation, just down the road.
Office of Creative Incubation. Did he tell you anything?
I don't ask about jobs unless people want to make it my business. And Lucky wasn't talking. Awful shame about what happened to him.
What happened?
You really want to hear my story? Law, most everyone around here is sick to death of it by now. Last I saw of Lucky was a few days ago. I went outside for a smoke and a stroll, and I saw this wild canid dragging a bloody limb. So I kicked the canid, scared it off.
Go on.
Get this. The canid was chewing on an honest-to-law human arm. Lucky's arm.
How'd you know it was
I'm a
his?
bartender. Attention to detail is my middle name. Anyway, the arm was clutching a phonograph that mentioned someone named Alex Hawthorne. I did some poking around, and this Hawthorne has a reputation among the salvagers who frequent the bar. So I packaged up the arm nice and tidy and sent it care of the Halcyon Parcel Service. They even gave me a discount on the hazardous waste removal stamp.
It was sent to me.
No kidding. And now you're here? Colony feels smaller than you'd think some days. I'm glad I was here to see this confluence of events, you know? The stars really aligned on this one. And here I am, smack dab in the middle.
Why'd you send it?
I figured Hawthorne would want to know what happened to his pal. Help Lucky get his affairs in order, you know. Oh, I hate to see people go with unfinished business.
Where was he staying?
3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
What do you know?
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here. Just down the road at the old R&D lab. Very hush-hush back in the day.
What do you know?
Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the 2nd floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. What are friends for, eh?
Why'd Spacer's Choice shut Gorgon down?
I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touch the stuff. To each their own, but I think it's dangerous.
I've never used Adrenatime either. Don't really like using consumables. The only one I use is the one that heals your HP. Salvagers must be making a fortune off of Gorgon.
Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs.
Lucrative.
When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt. You got it, bub.
So you run this place?
Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge.
Does Spacer's Choice mind?
Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential.
So Sublight owns the Sprat Shack now.
Yes and no.
Why do you
Rumor
yes
has it there's a Sprat wandering around the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea.
A Sprat on the Groundbreaker is the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Dare I ask why?
See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules.
How would you even know which Sprat is the right one?
Easy. His name's Matt. The beautiful thing is, no one could tell Matt Sprat apart from an ordinary vermin. I think that's kind of the point, to send the authorities on a wild Sprat chase.
I'll try not to step on him.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. The Sprat Shack's gone through a lot of title holders over the years. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters.
Can you answer any question without starting with yes or no?
Yes. And no. Again, that one was Hagen's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place.
Smart. How do you get supplies in and out?
Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony. Mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected. And not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze.
Sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Oh, that's me. I thought that was someone else. Okay. No one's here. I'm all by myself. Alright, I'm gonna go have a look around.
Good. I've got paying customers.
Oh.
What have you got there?
I'm not reading all that. Y'all can if you want to. Several whiskeys in and a few bits short last night. Gave Lex the maintenance room key while I scrounge up what's owed. Note to self, pay up and get it back before you go back to OCI. What's OCI? Ooh, whiskey. Oh, hello. How you doing? I don't particularly care for heavy armor. I go with light and medium armor. I will take that bypass. Oh, I can't get to it because I don't have 150. Preserved eye. Carefully preserved eyeball, mostly intact. Well, I'm back to being alone again.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
I really hope this ain't a sign of things to come.
Who are you? How do I get up there? How do I get to that checkpoint? Oh, I gotta leave. Dude.
So,
Oh.
Any trouble I should know? If you're heading downstairs...
Lucky's problem was that he was always overconfident in himself. But us, we got this, whatever it is.
Whatever's out here, it better be worth carrying around a man's eyeball.
I bet you it's like a biometric scanner. They led to the same place. I'll see what's up there later. Which way to go? What? Saying this is a
I ever
dead
tell
end?
you about this one patient? One that her eyebrows moved up and the tip of her nose raised.
What? Why? Was she trying to disguise herself? She on the run or something?
So she'd always be looking down on everyone.
You are making that up.
Making stuff up is work. This is real.
Well, no, I don't know which way to go. What's this? Archibald Excelsior's Secret Society of Super Science Sidekicks. Exclusive to members. Secret Society of Super Science Sidekicks. Gain access to the sacred sanctum. You must prove you are a true and worthy fan of the inimitable, inestimable, incomparable ace exterminator Archibald Excelsior. What? Excuse me? That's never happened before.
Byzantine life seems awful cushy. Could get myself used to kicking back for a spell.
It's all paperwork, ass-kissing, and stuffy parties where everyone eats too much.
An overabundance of food sounds just fine to me.
Not when you're on call, pumping stomachs all night.
This is so confusing. I don't know where to go. I mean, I see the indicator, but it's like a maze in here. Mau. People. I don't want to talk to him. Oh, he's fucked.
Hey, just now. Did you hear that? I thought I heard a scream.
Anyone else getting about to be stabbed vibes?
Uh-huh.
Why, it's the sound of fine goods screaming out to be purchased. Pleasure to meet you, sir or ma'am. I'm Carl, and as a customer-defacing representative of Spacer's Choice, I sell only the finest. What can I get you, prospective customer? New handgun? Pack of smokes? Stab in the face?
Did you just threaten to stab me?
Did I? Honest mistake.
Defacing customers?
That came out wrong. I meant removing their faces. So sorry.
I thought Spacer's Choice left Gorgon years ago.
Ha! Then who's been reviewing my inventory requests at the Office of Creative Incubation? Marauders?
They're abandoned.
That would explain why no one's been filing them correctly. But don't trouble yourself with company business, sir or ma'am. Trouble yourself with my fine wares instead.
Does Spacer's Choice know you're out here?
Sure they know. I don't think they'd misplace their top salesman of the last 6 quarters, do you? Oh, Spacer's Choice knows. Spacer's Choice knows everything because he tells them. He's always watching. He's watching us right now.
Who's watching?
The Moon Man!
Sure. Okay.
Always. He never stops. He never sleeps. He wants Spacer's Choice to think I'm crazy, you know. But I know what I am. I'm a good employee.
You sure are,
You
Carl.
hear that? You sprat bastard! I'm a good employee!
How's your Moon Man problem?
He'll get his. He comes after my job? Oh, he'll get what he deserves. At any rate, how can I help Spacer's Choice help you? Target demographic?
You okay?
I'm not okay. I'm Carl.
You've described some concerning symptoms.
And yet I feel fantastic. My body screams with energy. My hands burn with new strength. I haven't slept in 4 days. And it's all thanks to the magic of Adrenatime.
You should consider medical treatment.
Spacer's Choice. It dulls the howling ache inside your bones.
I've seen this before, Cap. He's gonna turn. Soon. I hope you find some peace as a Marauder, pal.
At any rate, how can I help Spacer's Choice help you? Target demographic?
Adrenatime.
Great stuff. Best stuff there is.
How long have you been taking it?
Oh, for years now. The company gave Adrenatime to the sales team so we'd be able to describe its many wonderful benefits. I've taken it ever since. Adrenatime helped me get ahead and stay ahead. That's how I got to where I am today. Say, that reminds me of a joke. What does a mantisaur eat for dinner? All of my coworkers who ran slower than me. The finest dust-covered goods money can buy.
Ooh. That's expensive. Let me sell my junk first. Why do I have that? Anything under 300. Except for those, because they're unique weapons. And that one. Anything under 20. I don't need any of that. I don't use consumables. I'm gonna keep all those. .42 light armor? Yes, please. I'm collecting the tossball cards. Oh. Oh, the tossball cards are junk. I didn't know that. Well, I thought they were collectibles.
I can take a hint.
Sorry, I had to save. Been a minute.
What do you think you're doing?
Oops.
Here they come! No! Stop!
Oops. I'm gonna reload.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, that's enough stealing. Those are some weird looking canids. What are you doing?
Captain, I won't have any new battle scars.
Don't step in that. Well, damn. Synthesis and manufacturing. I need to mod that. To request access, please consult Lawrence Goodfellow, Office of Creative Incubation. Can I fast travel back here? Thank God. Chem Lab, upper exterior. How do I get in? Where's the front door? What's this? What? Oh, I need to move. Okay, I gotta stop exploring. I need to figure out how to get. Need to go. I'm back here. Let's not jump off the side of the mountain this time. How do I... Here we go.
Initiating ocular measurement. Measurement complete. Ocular identification complete. Welcome, Clarence Mostly. Access granted. Welcome to the Office of Creative Incubation.
Buying the facade. You can slap gold paint on a Spacer's Choice gun, but it's still gonna misfire twice a clip. Skills. Spacer's Choice security folks can't hit the broadside of a mannequin.
They really think Katrina Time does all that?
Yes.
Okay.
What is that? think all the enemies are upstairs.
They can't keep us out.
Maintenance room key.
Be ready for anything.
Guess you get what you pay for with Spacer's Choice guards, too.
I smell blood!
Everyone all right?
What just happened?
About your test subjects, I assume you're trying new formulations on humans, correct? Where do they come from, Dr. Ambrose? They come from Tartarus, don't they?
They do.
Why the reluctance? Providing life-affirming employment to the indigent, the criminally indigent? Well, that's a social good, don't you agree?
I have a staff meeting to attend. Excuse me.
There he goes.
Unexpected performing an aerial.
You could fit whole families in here.
I knew I heard a little weasel sniffing about. You'd best go back the way you came. There's nothing for you here. Call me the Ghost of Gorgon, or its warden. This place is a graveyard. All that was done here should be forgotten and left to rot. Gorgon is the birthplace of marauders. We created them here, in this very facility. They are our misbegotten children, born of hubris and vanity.
Marauders were created? Those bastards!
But marauders are just mindless lunatics, right? There can't be more to it than that.
They hold no fondness for trespassers. I've placed the facility under emergency lockdown to keep them safe. Let the marauders die in peace, or I will make certain that you die with them.
Damn right. Someone set a plague on our colony.
Marauders have caused almost as much death and destruction as factory accidents. If whoever that was is right, this place is hiding something big.
seen firsthand what the corporations are capable of, and we're about to dig up their past.
Yeah, and now that someone's telling us not to go digging, I kinda wanna go digging. Tower's gonna lead us to someone with answers, or more warnings and riddles.
Birthplace of Marauders. We ought to have left well enough alone. Now we're in it. Come hell or high water, we've got to see this through.
I'm hoping this leads us. Where were we? I'm hoping this leads us to someone we can talk with face to face, or punch if it comes to that.
Dr. Ambrose, tell me about Adrena time. What does it do?
Hasn't Clarence already dumped a pile of promotional materials on your head?
Where's the fun in that? My listeners want to hear it in your own words.
It's an injectable drug that improves a patient's speed, awareness, mental acuity, and endurance. In moderation, Adrenatime will uplift the laboring classes by strengthening their minds and work ethic.
That's quite the mission. What's driving this vision of uplift?
I am a solutions-oriented woman. I see a problem and I am moved to solve it. Poverty is one such problem. Through science, I believe we can improve the poor, and in so doing, improve Halcyon.
Well, this is a bit over the top, don't you think?
Is it weird that all these traps just make me want to see what they're hiding?
When does a man become Marauder? People talk about them as if they've transformed, like they've mutated. I see it in the Aetherwave broadcasts, read it in the papers. But beneath their masks, they're only people. Dangerous people, with a terrible illness, but people still. When we call a man a Marauder, have we given up on him? How do we know when he's become one? How can you decide to give up on someone? Have I given up on Harvey? Who does this suffering serve, I wonder? Spacer's choice? We call them Marauders, like they have some kind of group identity. They don't. The name was coined in Edgewater, I think. One of the towns first hit by the Adrenatime crisis. A lonely Spacer's Choice outpost on the edge of a barren sea. A prime place for the company to test a disastrous new product. When the town started fraying at the edges, hardly anyone else in the colony noticed. Just like Lucian planned. I read the reports. Every missing person. Every unexpected death. A town already teetering on the edge, and Adrenatime shoved it off a cliff.
Not a bad spot for a reading nook. Let's see if we can find one of those comics.
What is that?
You really think Spacer's Choice made Marauders out of all these people?
Ugh. We shipping some sulfur? It'll be like I'm back home.
Okay, I'm gonna stop it here and go to bed. Have a good night, y'all.